Hitting your 30s often comes with a quiet, systemic shift. You wake up, and your internal battery feels like it's lost its capacity to charge. This decline typically arrives without a clear warning. There is no sudden injury or specific illness to point to, and often the number on the scale remains exactly where it has always been. Consider Jake. Between his late 20s and mid-30s, his daily life was a constant. He ate the same meals, followed the same work routine, and his weight never fluctuated by more than a pound or two. At 28, he had energy to spare for weekend activities after a 40-hour week. A few years later, his baseline became a state of constant stiffness and a feeling of being perpetually drained by simple tasks. We often accept this as the standard experience of aging, but what we're actually feeling isn't a broad failure of the whole system. It is a specific, undetected change in our biological capacity. When everyday movements start to feel heavier, the standard explanation is that our metabolism has slowed down due to age or accumulated body fat. However, weight and chronological age are frequently secondary symptoms. They mask a different process that is dismantling our energy levels from the inside out. This anatomical model highlights the human muscular system, your body's metabolic engine. For many adults, this engine is slowly decommissioned. That persistent exhaustion is the reality of powering your life with a shrinking biological engine, even if your outward shape looks exactly the same. This dismantling happens because the human body is designed for ruthless efficiency. It is a machine that prioritizes energy conservation above almost everything else. Muscle tissue is metabolically expensive infrastructure. It requires a constant supply of calories, burning through fuel even when you are sitting at a desk or sleeping. Maintenance hormones drop steadily after 30. As signals fade, the body stops funding expensive muscle mass. Two people can weigh the identical weight, but have completely different internal compositions. The one with less muscle has a smaller engine, causing high fatigue. Protecting your metabolic engine requires working against the body's natural drive to cut costs as the years pass. While biology sets the trend, modern life accelerates it. The way we live now sends a constant signal to the body that its muscle tissue is no longer necessary. Consider the modern routine: sitting in a car, sitting at a desk, sitting on a couch. This creates a baseline of near zero physical resistance. Your body follows a use it or lose it mandate. When it detects a lack of regular physical strain, the brain interprets that muscle tissue as an obsolete energy drain. In this metabolism factory, the body removes individual workers from the line to save overhead, functioning like a smartphone removing unused apps. This internal deletion causes a system-wide crash: poor glucose handling, unstable joints, and a severe drop in everyday energy. Our preference for physical comfort is tricking the body into cannibalizing its own energy infrastructure. Muscle tissue maintains a lifelong sensitivity to environmental signals. Even as we age, it retains the capacity to adapt and rebuild if it receives the right instructions. Performing simple resistance movements, like squats, push-ups, or using a tension band, acts as a direct communication channel to your nervous system. This physical strain sends a message that the body cannot ignore. It signals that this specific tissue is still required for survival. The body responds to this signal by halting its cost-cutting measures. It begins repairing the existing tissue and allocating resources to maintain the engine. Reclaiming energy is a matter of interrupting the body's energy-saving sequence with a new, consistent command. This intervention relies on two supporting habits: eating enough protein for building materials and prioritizing deep sleep to allow repair work to happen. By introducing consistent resistance, Jake restored his posture, eliminated his chronic fatigue, and regained the ability to move through his day with ease. This is the logic of compound interest applied to your biology. This chart shows how consistent investments in muscle tissue maintain your physical independence and capability as the years pass. Maintaining muscle is the act of rehiring the workers in your metabolic factory to ensure the entire system continues to run efficiently. Your future strength and physical resilience are being shaped right now by the biological signals you choose to send today.